Good morning. Happy Monday morning. How's everyone doing? Let's see if the mic's working. I'm also on Wi-Fi because I'm not very good at planning live streams. So chances are it's going to end quickly and abruptly. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, what's happening, my man? My doppelganger from Florida. Brian Romska, Detroit in the house. Detroit City. I don't know why I'm keeping that there. Thomas Dix, my man. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Michael Farrager. Good morning. Good morning to you. Amish Country PA in the house. Mason Clean. Rob Sandler. What's happening? Looking good. Maybe at a baseball game. Ecuador in the house. It's near the equator. Regular Steve. Hello to you. Chuck Hill coming from Tennessee. Norwegian West Coast. I really want to go. So I watched this video about a motorcycle kind of overland trip. I can't remember where it was at, but it was somewhere in your neck of the woods. Looked gorgeous. I love your watch channel. Well, it's going away. There's a story behind that. Anyway, yeah, that channel is going to go away. So watch while you can. Doing well. Good, Thomas. All right. Randy Bahina. Hey, everyone. This is why I think my system is magical. Emotiva B1 Plus. Also magical because Randy got those full free. One of the giveaways. Scott Farnham. Good. I'm on in. We have another Ecuador in the house. How is that possible? Oh, no. Nick. Same one. Same Ecuadorian. How's things in Texas? Anyone messing with it today? I don't think so. Things are good, I think. I don't watch the news, though. Morning from Nashville. Another Tennessee person. Argyle, Texas, right up the road. Jay Kelly. DBK. Good morning. Sips coffee. This is last month's Colombian. Come on, camera. Don't you want to work for me? Is this how it's going to be? Anyway, yeah. This is the free Cam coffee mug that you get when you sign up for the free for the Cam Coffee Club, which is not free. Links in the description. This month is Ode. Let's see. There that works. Ode to Ozzy. It is a Colombian and Costa Rican blend. It's awesome. You get one of these stickers on the bag, and then you get an extra one so you can collect all the stickers. Get a poster board, put them up there, put it in your house above your fireplace when you get all the stickers. It's very good. Very good. I'm drinking last month's, which was Nicaraguan Death Punch. This was last month's. There we go. Nicaraguan Death Punch. From Nicaragua. Okay. Oh, also, speaking of stickers, check these out. I'm very proud of these. Valentina helped me make these. You can do it, camera. You can do it. All right. Maybe this one will work. So you get a variety of stickers in the sticker pack. One of which is I love speakers. Which who doesn't love speakers? One of which is come on, camera. What is wrong with you? I wonder if I'm on the wrong setting. If I can even go in the settings, focus area, wide. Usually it works better. Oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, this sticker says, I buy vinyl for the expense and the inconvenience. Huh? That's fun. So I love speakers, and you get all of them together. This is kind of can't really see it here, but it's kind of a record, and it says binge listen and fill your soul with happiness. Put this on your Trapper Keeper. This one of my favorite ones. Cassette says back to basic. Get back to the basics. You can put this on your toaster. This is a fun one. I have a little RCA dog. And I think that one says back to the basics too. And then we have, I really like the cassette one, a white one with lightning bolts and the little Cheap Audio Man logo right there. Back to the basics. Put this one on your windshield. And then, of course, which this one printed a lot smaller than I thought it would. We're going to get more stickers though. Cheap Audio Man. Look at that. You can put this one on your glasses right there. Anyway, $10 for the whole pack, and they should ship for like $1. Link in the description. Check it out. Be the first person to buy the Cheap Audio Man stickers. My camera is flipping out today. All right, so we did the sticker plug. Plug the stickers. I'm actually really excited about them. I put one on here. My Fio cassette player. All right. Louis, my man, lovely human being. I love you, my friend. Discovering new music, wonderful music to answer the question. Very good. Oh my goodness, we got a super chat. We haven't had super chats forever. Super chat. Mine is magical because it is imaginary for now. Saving and trying to learn what I want. One thing I want to do most is build my own speakers for it. Gary Maker, $20. Thank you so much. Doing a DIY speaker is a lot of fun. Are you like starting all the way from scratch, doing your own crossover and everything? Oh, that's yummy. Doing your own design, or are you doing a kit from like Neil Blanchard Designs or from, what is it? Not Dayton Audio, Parts Express. I love making speakers. It's a lot of fun until I try to finish them. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. That's awesome. Carlos Alberto Quintero comes from Colombia. That's where my channel manager lives, outside of Medellin. She's awesome. She helped design all these cool stickers. And our first coffee was Colombian. Third coffee, Colombian blend. And like, I'm learning so much from her about the different regions, some of the volcanic soil and how that affects the coffee. Anyway, it's fascinating. I'm going to come down to Colombia. Buenos dias to you, Jose. All right. Love the orange watch face. Yeah, this is whatchamacallit, a Devil Diver from Bolivar. This camera's screwed. I want to throw it through the window, but I don't want to do that because it's expensive. All right. I'm going to go back here. Louis, we already talked to Louis. You talked about the 10 kilohertz range. A couple, Anthony's got a heck of a profile picture. A couple of videos ago for us older folks. Is there a way to improve the response with an additional tech item? To what speakers would I choose budget? Is there a way to improve this response with an additional tech item? Yes, I'm going to click off your thing because I don't want to get in trouble. So if you have a Weem Ultra, it has an EQ in there, and you can go in and just take 10K and put it up like 3, 4, 5, 6 dB. I wouldn't recommend 6, but 3 or 4 dB. And then of course it's going to depend upon the speaker. Now, for a speaker that is sub $500 that I feel is pretty good in the 10K, it would be the Emotiva XB2s. You can also look at the Polk R100, which will go on sale under $500. Yeah, under $500. I think $550 is the MSRP on that. They both have a pretty solid top end. You can, if you want to go super budget, you can look at the Sony SSCS5 Mark IIs coming in at $250 retail, but don't spend $250. They'll go on sale for $150. So those are the three speakers I think do a good job out of the box with that $10K region. Now you can also just get any old speaker and adjust it up and see what that speaker can handle. Because a lot of speakers will be able to handle some EQ. I don't know if the ELAC Debut 3s would be able to handle a ton of boost at that area. You also might be just needing a little bit of boost around 6K or 8K. But with the Weem, any of the Weems, even the Weem Mini, you can buy that for $80 and get yourself a digital EQ. You can also do some digital EQ through Rune if you have that, or you could also buy an analog EQ. That's a little bit more complicated though, because you should really be cutting frequencies instead of boosting frequencies, because you can introduce a bunch of distortion. But if you're looking at a $500 speaker, probably just worrying about, hey, does it sound good? So yeah, those are some options and some speaker options. Ooh, dang murder. Indy. Anna. Morning from Missouri. Michael Owens. I was born in Missouri. Technically Cambridge, Mass, I suppose. I don't know what that means. Get some of the coffee, ancient aliens. Look at it. You can have it all. And that stuff was like roasted like a week and a half ago. Sunny Northern California. Hello, Big Rich. About the AIMA T9 Pro, thanks to your comments, do you think the AIMA A80 is a good jump? The A80 would hurt well with the D53. Probably work well. I thought the A80 had its own DAC in it. AIMA A80. So the difference between the T9 and the A80 is the A80 has a Texas Instruments 3255 chipset in it, which is widely used, and you can use up to a 48 volt 10 amp power supply. I wouldn't recommend that. I would go 48 5 volt. So you can get more power out of the A80 than you can out of the T9. T9 has tubes in it though, so if that's your thing, then obviously the A80 is not going to work. But the A80 has some cool like VU meters, fun little way to interact with it. Personally, I like the A80 better. I don't think you need a DAC though, because I'm fairly confident that the A80 from AIMA has its own DAC. AIMA A80. That video blew up. Yeah, there you go. 183. Look at that. It's on sale and in stock. Yep. Let me drop this in. Get a little bit of affiliate revenue. Some of that sweet 3.5% action from $183 product. Sweet affiliate revenue. Come on. There you go. Look at that. Hey, did we get another super chat? No, that's still Gary. George, happy Monday to you. What makes your system special? Tell me, please. My system's magic. It's super wide, deep, and high imaging and very natural sound. All right, Game Lover 11223. Tell me what is making your system super wide, deep, and high as far as the imaging, natural. Tell me what you got in there. What you got? Cheers from Russia. Thanks for your content. Cheers to you, my friend. By the way, good morning and good coffee. Thank you. The real Jackson. How about the AIMA? Okay, we already did that one. It's weird how I just am drawn to clicking on the same one. It's got to be something about the length of the words. Learned a lot from this channel. Thank you, Oakland, California. Thank you, Matthew Hudson. We have the best cafe and comes from one park called Santander Mese de los Santos. Very nice. I have to remember that. Maybe Valentina's watching. I'm getting bored of all music. Heard it all too many times. It's too bad. There's a lot of it out there though. Check out new music. That makes me sad. I'm sorry. Glorified G. Maybe you should do a little music exploration on, I don't know what streaming service you use. Or go buy some CDs or something. PRV tweeter from Brazil, 100. Very nice. I want to try out those new Wharfedale Evo 5.2s. I did not know that was a thing. Evo 5.2. Is that a new rev on the Evo? Let's pull this up. Evo 5.2. Or is that the same one? Pair of stains black. Is this new or is this old? Why can I not remember? What is the Evo 4.2? Evo 4.2. Well, sure enough, it's a new one. Here, let me share my screen. And we shall plus share screen. Share screen. Window? Nope. Chrome tab? Nope. I hate Chrome. Let's do here, Crutchfield. I got it. I can't ever get anything done because there's things popping up. It says, hey, look at our new stuff. Look at what you can do. Ooh, those are cool looking speakers. Come on, Randy. Concentrate. StreamYard. Let's try it now. Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share. There we go. Are you seeing that? Yep, they sure are, Randy. Here, let's go. Wharfedale. Might be able to get some of these in. Evo 5.2. Coming in at $1,300. Wonder what's different about these. What do we got? Dome mid-range. 6.5 inch woven Kevlar woofer. 88 dB. 3-way. These are good looking speakers. At least the 4.2s are really good looking. Super tall though. So the stands might be a little bit fun to deal with. They are how tall? 19 5/8 inches high. 33 pounds a piece. Oof, you know you're getting a good speaker when it's heavy. Those are looking cool. Be a fun speaker. I love ribbon tweetas. All right. Stop sharing that. You will not and cannot regret a trip to Colombia. Must visit. I will be there for sure. For sure. Look at that. What is that? F18? Learned a lot from your video. Thank you. Thank you. Brian Romscout. One reason I think my work setup is magical is because of Just Shelley. I don't blame you there. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of hand-built and carved wood cases to look and listen to all day. Yeah, they're a very special company. I just got their monoblocks in. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Nebraska. You know what's funny is this morning I woke up and in the comments section, there's a comment in there and somebody said, I just started watching your videos. There's something stuck out to me. Anyway, the tiny town that I grew up in, Nebraska, There's another tiny town 7 miles to the south, because back in the day, all the towns in Nebraska were 7 miles apart from each other, because that was about the time it took. You could do a round trip to another town with horse and buggy in a day. So that's why all these towns were like 7 miles apart. Interesting, right? Anyway, he was from the town that was 7 miles south of my little town. He was from Bruning, and he's related to me. We have the same last name. So everybody that has my last name is related. Crazy, huh? Small world. Husker. I'd enjoy more of at H reviews too. I think I missed whatever was on there. Morning boss. Where I live, it's extremely expensive to buy speakers from USA or Europe. My only options are DIY or already built AliExpress speakers. Any suggestions? I don't know about any like AliExpress speakers that I would put my name on as far as vouch for them. That's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe I need to look. Some of the stuff from AliExpress looks okay, but yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You should look at Neil's plans, because he sells plans, not necessarily the kits. So you might be able to source the parts where you're at. Neil Blanchard Designs dot biz or something like that. Have I heard the Bro 3s? I have not. I have not. They've never sent me anything. Triangle hasn't. Thanks for the tips on the Q Acoustic 3050C. Got a pair last week, and I'm digging them immensely. I like them so much. I need to take them down, but they still stay there because I like them so much. Power supply only supplies. It doesn't push the power like an amplifier. Common misconception. I think you're probably talking to somebody else. My goodness. Do we have any other super chats I missed? No. All right, it's the quality of the recording. Some of the most famous symphonic recordings, despite the artists, still have lots of white noise. While virtually everything Diana Krall does sounds like an SACD. Yeah, even MP3s if they're recorded well. So this is a good thing to try to test yourself on if you're talking about fidelity. Is that the right word? Resolution is the right word. So there's an NPR tester. Okay. It's got like 5 tracks or 4 tracks. One of the tracks is recorded, or the resolution on one of the tracks is like 120 kilobits per second. One is 320 kilobits per second. And I think one is either high res or lossless. So like 1644.1. And then what you do is you try to decide which one is the high resolution. And I couldn't do it. Now there's a lot of things inherently wrong with that test, but it's a fun way to kind of test yourself and see, hey, can I hear the difference? Spencer Steele, and I couldn't do it repeatedly. Would the Wheem work as a home theater receiver, just for a secondary room and TV with bookshelf speakers and an Apple TV hooked up? I'm wondering, okay, so it won't work from a multi-channel standpoint, but it will absolutely work from, hey, I want to hear what is going on in the TV through my system. So if you get a Wheem amp, hook up some speakers, and absolutely you can listen to. But from a home theater standpoint, as far as surround sound or anything like that, no, you're only working with two channels. You could use the Wheem. Let's see. You could use the Skit Sin, but you wouldn't need a Wheem amp to do that. You could use the Skit Sin as the DAC into an amp. No, skit sin into multiple amps, those multiple amps going to multiple speakers. And then you could do multi-channel that way. You're not getting true processing, but it doesn't matter. It actually sounds better than some of the processing. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. And if you have like a follow-up question, if I'm not answering your question correctly or not understanding the question, follow up, please. Just got the Cambridge MXW70 paired with Ultra, Wame Ultra, and just Chalet. Awesome setup. I have that here. I was going to do a video on it, but I think there's not stock of it yet. I think I talked to him. Maybe there is stock of it now. Anyway, I need to talk to Cambridge again. It's great. I love it. It's really good. Off topic. Can you talk about serving on a submarine? I don't know. What do you want to know? It's a big question to unpack. I served on a submarine. We worked on 18-hour days, not from like 18 hours straight, but our days were 18 hours. So you would start over a new day. Instead of like waking up at 6 a.m. every day, you'd wake up at 6 a.m. and then you'd wake up at noon, and then you'd wake up at 1800, and then you'd wake up at 2400. So that way they got a little bit more out of you. They have since gotten away from that because go figure, it's not good for people. But that was when I served, that's how we did it. 9 guys in a bunk room, 3 racks on each wall, and then 1 wall was open. Yeah, I don't know. What else do you want to know? I'm happy to talk about it. I'm going all in on Fozzy Audio and the orange hi-fi rack you suggested. Yeah, that's Sound Solver, I believe is the name. Great guy. One guy makes them in his garage. He 3D prints it and then sticks those things in between some plexi or acrylic. Really want my Polaris. This is a tongue twister. Really want my Polaris Slingshot sound system to sound as nice as my Klipsch, the 5s at my desk. Good luck, Chicken Bach at Bach. A whole lot you're dealing with on that. I would suggest AirPods if you want it to sound as good. I don't know anything about motorcycle or ATV or slingshot sound systems. I don't know anything about it. I mean, you're dealing with so many variables. 90 dB of road noise, no enclosure. You're not sitting in an enclosure. So I don't know how that works, man. I don't know anything about it. Personally, when I'm riding a motorcycle or something, I don't want any music. I want the winds. I want to hear everything. I want the meditative state of being in the environment and hurling myself through it on 2 wheels. But it's a thing, man. People love their systems on yeah. Owen, live stream is showing ads. I get it, man. That's what I set up. It shows ads. I have to choose it. My apologies. That's I got to make money, man, doing this. So I get it. Ads are take you out of it. I get it. They're a pain. Ad reads also integrations are a pain. But that's the only way that I can do this. Unless like if I get enough super chats or people buy enough merch or something like that, I'll stop showing ads on live streams. At least while I'm doing them live, I'll add them in later. But a lot of times I just don't get enough super chats or whatever. So unfortunately, fundamentally, this all comes down to making money. And hopefully I can make money in a way that brings value to people, and that value supersedes the inconvenience of watching ads or anything like that. That's the goal. I get it. It's annoying. Some of the best money that you can spend, I spend this too, because I watch a ton of YouTube. That's all I watch, really. I've been watching Alien Earth. I still am not through the second. And then I watch Landman with my wife once a week. Other than that, though, I'm on, and I promise I have a point. Other than that, I watch YouTube all the time. I have YouTube Premium, though, because I watch so much of it and no ads. Spectacular. It's spectacular. It's the best. I don't know what it is. 16. Actually, I have the family plan because my daughter watches YouTube all the time, too. So it's the best $25 that I spend each month. So I would consider that. If you watch a lot of YouTube, I think it's money well spent. You can also you get whatchamacallit, YouTube Music. I'm sorry, Owen. I get it. It's a pain, but this is not a nonprofit. But hopefully, the more profit I make, the better the videos get, and you guys enjoy it. They don't make this sin anymore. I wondered if that was going to be the case because they started getting discounted, and I was like, anyway, it's impossible to find. It was a really good product, but you know what? I talked to Jason when they were actually planning that, and he was like, "This is a risk." But the cool thing about Skit is they have no issue with putting out a product and seeing if it works, and if it doesn't, killing that product. So, which is pretty cool, right? Because they let the market decide. Is it a good product? I don't know. We think it is. We're going to put it out there. If it's good, people will buy it. If it's not, then we kill it. So anyway, Alonso. Sound quality is relative to the person listening to it. My Fozzy audio stack with audio engine passive speakers sound great. That's very good. I don't think I've ever had audio engine speakers. Let's try to get to something. Oh, we got another super chat. 2 super chats. Leo, $5 and a channel member. And I have it on my to-do list. I'm actually going to do some stuff for channel members, like videos, live streams too. So we're going to do patron, channel member live streams. So just you guys. Because you're already helping out the channel with your membership and you're giving me super chats, you should get something in return. Some value. Any experience with Peachtree products? I'm interested on your take on the M2425 powered speakers. I haven't. I think they make power supplies or something like that. I haven't spent any time with them. I'm a little bit like reticent when it comes to powered speakers. I don't like them. There have been some that I have liked, but for the most part, if I'm doing a video on a product, a powered speaker is not my first go-to. It's not going to be something that like I'm like, ooh, new powered speaker. Can I get that? It's just not my thing. I don't know what it is. I don't like the convenience. I guess like I don't like the convenience of powered speakers. Ultimately, I don't like the sound of most powered speakers. Again, some sound okay. I just don't like it. I don't know why. But I have no experience on them. And I'm not getting out of product reviews altogether, but I'm trying to tell more stories. So if there's something special about a powered speaker, if it's got a story behind it, and I think that it's interesting, that it is not just another product, then absolutely we'll probably do a video about some powered speakers. But otherwise, I'm trying to get away from like the constant barrage of this is new, this is great, this is an upgrade, what is better than what, and but start telling stories about products and why they're important. Obviously talk about sound quality too, but I don't want to be a reviewer. I will review products, but I want to be a storyteller, and they're not mutually exclusive. I can still talk about how a product sounds within a narrative, but I'm still doing product reviews, just not as many. Leo, thank you so much for the $5. It was very kind of you. Daniel Walsh, they're coming in now. Best upgrade to your system is belonging to an amazing, creative, and fun online hi-fi community. Thanks for the magic, Cam family. Well, that's very sweet of you, Daniel. I know that this is, just trying to make my head bigger, but I think you key in on something that's really important. It doesn't have to be in my community. It can be in anybody's community, right? Is we are a different breed. Most of the people that we come in contact don't think like us and don't have this weird obsession about hi-fi, sonics and sound and all that stuff. So we don't have a lot of people to talk to. And growing up where I grew up, in the era that I grew up, which was pre-internet, I didn't have anybody to talk to. And like, 2-channel stereo was way more mainstream back then, but I still didn't have a lot of ton of people to talk to. But with a community like mine or anybody else, you can get into like my Discord or on the Facebook group and talk. And most of the talk isn't necessarily gear related, but a lot of it's music related. And so when we venture out of our comfort zone and start to listen to other music, when we get to know other people, like, I don't know if Louis is still on here, but Louis and Martin, 2 guys that I adore, have created friendships. And that's another thing, like serious friendships have developed because of my hi-fi community, which is super cool. So there's a ton of stuff. Not only do you get friendships out of it, but you get new music recommendations. A lot of times you will simply get something sent to you. There's gear sharing, gear selling. Anyway, it's super cool. So I appreciate the compliment, Daniel, and I appreciate the super chat, but I think you are onto something. Like the communal aspect of this hobby. I don't think enough people, I think people should lean into it more because it's really awesome. Yeah. Rucked up. Gee, $10. I ordered a set of Verify Scouts per your review. Will my AIMA T8 and A07 amp work with those speakers? They will work with them. What I will say though, is the Scouts are low sensitivity. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get sound out of them. Depending upon how loud you listen, you might not get the most dynamics out of that speaker. I don't know what the A07 puts out. I know it's the 3255. So depending upon what power supply you have is going to probably depend, and how much cooling. The OG A07 is a great amp, and on paper it can make a ton of power. The problem with the A07 OG is the cooling isn't that great. So if you're really pushing it to get the most out of those speakers, it may kind of like limp up to a certain point and then not be able to fill it out. So yes, it will drive them. Will it drive them to their fullest potential? Probably not, depending upon how loud you listen, if that makes sense. All right. Not knocking on you, Randy. Love your streams. Thank you, Owen. It's one of those things where, it's a reoccurring theme that comes up on some of these videos is, I think there's a certain belief that like anything on the internet should be free, whether it be like the Napster music era, where a whole generation of people got trained that music should be free, whether it's me reading a news article on, I don't know, USA Today, I expect that to be free. Now, even when it is free, there's ads being shown, but there's like this weird belief system, and it's not always like overt. Sometimes it's just kind of subconscious. I have it too about certain things online. But when you become somebody that creates stuff online and people start ripping you off, and this happens, taking transcripts of a video and basically just repackaging it and doing a written article about it. It's kind of like I did the work and then you're benefiting on that. But that's a bit of a different thing. Anyway, I get it. Ads are a pain, but it's funny because like even streaming services that you pay for on a monthly basis are now also showing ads. Like Paul Harvey, I remember rolling around in my dad's truck on the farm, and Paul Harvey, great, right? This guy's like OG, like radio personality, one of the OGs, right? And he would have ad reads, but he would do them in the way, and I didn't know that I shouldn't like ad reads, but he would do them in a way that was like entertaining and stuff. And it's like, it's still the same, right? I mean, the medium's different, but people are still doing ad reads. Like, so I find it interesting. I find like the history of media interesting. Anyway, yeah. All right, we got rucked up. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Straight out of Valhalla. I love that. $5. Don't let cable Einstein haters get you. Your rant was epic. I don't know, which video are you talking about? Cable Einstein haters. I don't know which one you're talking about. Straight out of Valhalla, but I absolutely love your name. Excuse me. We got the super chats rolling in now for sure. Dwayne Arnold, $4.99. Dwayne Arnold, $4.99. I hope you didn't click the send button twice by accident. All right, Rucked Up likes it loud. Give it a try. I mean, don't go running out and buying anything different right now, but just give it a try. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, think about getting a different amp. But the A07 it's organic, so you're not going to feel like it's like super grainy or anything like that. So try it out. If you, I mean, that's a small speaker too, though, so you got to be realistic. It's not going to like crush you, but you can, if you got a good amp, you can easily get 85 dB out of those. I mean, if you're closer, more, probably maybe 90 peaks, but 85 is loud. Super loud. Super loud. Craig McIntosh, heir to the Macintosh empire, made $10 million on the Bose acquisition. Just kidding, Craig. You're probably not that guy. If you are, that would be awesome. But if you are, you probably wouldn't be asking about the Weem Ultra and the SMSL PO100. Anyway, £5, right? That's a pound. Love that. I'm coming to the UK, I think, twice in the next couple of months. Bought the Weem Ultra plus SMSL PO100 plus Fuzzy Audio DAC due to you, but you're leaving money on the table as you don't have Amazon UK referral, and I'm in the UK. Craig, thank you for thinking of me. That is one thing that it's on the list. This is my book. Every day in this book, and I mean every day, 7 days a week, I put things in here. A lot of it is a fancy to-do list. But for instance, this is this morning, just this morning. Okay. And this is what every day looks like. And I'm going to put that on my list for today, which won't get done, but it'll go into the queue. Queue? Get it? Amazon affiliate. UK. Yeah, that's something I need to do. You would be surprised like how much crap is on my to-do list and how much stuff I actually don't get done. But thank you, Craig, for reminding me, and that is going on the list. I still have a Paul Harvey commercial on radio station card, which is funny, right? That now the commercials that used to probably bug a lot of people aren't fun to listen to. Rucked Up, $5. Thanks for the feedback. Thank you for all the super chats, man. If $600 fell into your lap, what amp would you buy to power the Scouts? Okay. For $600, you got some options. If you're in the US, I mean, my default is always to Emotiva. For $350, you can get the A2 L plus. Now it's only 50 watts per channel. I think that's into 8. Maybe it's 90 or 75 into 4. But what you get with the A2L plus is current. And that's really what a speaker needs that's low sensitivity is current, not necessarily power. And the A2L plus has current. Oh, whoops, daisies. You can also look at, now I would only buy this if it's on sale. There's a mono price 2-channel amp that's cheap. That's 90 watts into 8, and I think not necessarily doubles into 4, but anyway, it is the M like 2100X or something like that. Now, my first choice would be Emotiva, and then you can also look at the A2, which is higher power, more dynamic, same amount of current, which I think is still under $500. The mono price is, sometimes it will go on sale down to $300. Once it went on sale for like $260. Goodbye at the price, but I would still, if you have $600, I would go with the Emotiva. Then you can also look at the new Cambridge, if you can get a hold of it. It's the smaller footprint Class D amp, which sounds spectacular. I would do a good job. There was one Class D that I just raved about that had really good current. I can't remember which one that is. There's another Class D. That video is done really well. I can't remember what the company name is, but the model is like A2 or A5 or A7. I think it's like 3E audio. They're tough to get though. You can't get them on Amazon. They're out there though. All right. So that's what I would do. Emotiva. Then I would look at mono price if you're on a super tight budget. Cambridge. Yeah, that's what I would look at. Mike McAnulty, thank you, $5 and a channel member. Why, if you have an opinion, why is it difficult to find used Weem Fozzy, especially in the wilderness of, what is that, Vermont? Why is it difficult to find? Well, I think if anything, if it can't be found on the used market, and I'll go back to an example that is the start of the whole channel, would be the KEF LS50. Okay. I think there is, now, this could be a wildly inaccurate interpretation. And I'll use a couple examples. KEF LS50. Go to eBay, used market, or whatever. You can probably find 20 pairs of KEF LS50s. Okay. Go to the used market and try to find a Denafreps DAC. Much more difficult. So what I glean from that is people like the Denafreps. Now, we're talking wildly different price points, though. But one of the things, if something can't be found on the used market and it's widespread, means people like it and they don't want to sell it, and they don't feel the need to sell it, which is a bit of a vote for like that product or how good that product is. So I think if you find a bunch of stuff on the used market, that should be a bit, I wouldn't say a red flag, but that should be something that you consider. It's like, a whole bunch of these. So I think Schkit stuff is easier to find, but for a while you couldn't find a lot of Schkit stuff on the used market. Couldn't find a lot of Denafreps on the used market. And you could find a lot of KEF stuff. So food for thought. I don't know if it's makes sense or not. Matthew Hudson, new channel member. Thank you so much. Look at this. The Oros, 5 pounds again. Paired a set of 3020C with a Project Stereo amp, and then with a T5 Edifier sub, of all things. Amazed at the results. Cheap isn't always bad. Absolutely not. Cheap is better than ever, especially with cheap subwoofers, cheap streamers with DSP. It's amazing what you can get, the sound quality you can get out of something that's affordable. Man, the super chats, you all are awesome. Actually, I think I got to thank the gentleman who talked about ads, because now super chats are rolling in. Mr. Bad Gas. I feel like there's a story behind that name. My daughter threatened to get a sound bar, so thanks to you, I built this. Amazing. Blows my mind. Duke Audio ST01 Pro. Amazon Polk Audio TSI. Oh, TSI 100s. Those are a sweet speaker, if you can still find them. They made so many of those. Every once in a while, you can still find new old stock. TSI 100s, so fun. I think they have veneer on them. Very nice. And the old trusty PSW 111 8-inch Marketplace, all under $300. Yeah. 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 Anyway, I love it. It's great. $10 from Paul M. System in the planning stage. Thank you. Well, thank you for the super chat. All super chats all the time. Beardy Face, €5.99. Hey Cam, I joined your Patreon, but your Zooms are always at like 4 a.m. here in Finland. Any love for us poor Europeans? Yes. This is something that I need to do a better job of is my friends in different time zones. Actually, it's funny. Both of the things I'm writing down today are about my friends in different time zones. Zooms / live streams not at 9 p.m. CST. Therefore, friends in other places. All right. Thank you. All stuff that I'm looking to do. And I appreciate all of your patience, because trying to get better at bringing more value to the people that support the channel. And that is one way I can do it. Clay Ben Treese Jr., $1. Thank you. Thank you, Clay Ben. Scott Farnham, $10. And channel member. Thank you. I've been using the E3A7 stereo amp with my living room system and Wharfedale 225s bi-wired. Pretty magical. Very nice. Is that the E3 audio? That's it. Yeah. They're really good. The caps on there are just amazing. I love to see the different way it's built. Hey, John Shepler, channel manager, just sent in for my little cheap audio man decoder ring that will tell me to drink more Cam. Love it. Yeah. He gets the decoder and it's like Ovaltine. That's not Ovaltine. Anyway, I think it's Ovaltine. And he gets super mad because he goes to the, and it says drink more Ovaltine or something like that. Very good reference. John, did you see the stickers? We have Cam stickers. You get the whole set for $10. It's going to be worth a lot of money someday. These are probably be a limited production run, like baseball cards. Oh, best Atmos movie. You know, I don't listen to a ton. I'll give you my experience with Atmos. Setting up an entire system, going to painstaking levels or whatever to get there. And then to have most movies like, I'm like, all right, where's that? Where's the Atmos? Yeah, so that's my personal opinion about the best Atmos movie. Most of them, even in that when they're in Atmos, there's not a lot going on up there. I don't know. I'm trying to think the best immersive movie, period. I mean, the usual suspects, right? Blade. But a lot of the stuff, a lot of the older stuff is still really good. Aliens and Alien. I got a bit of a jump scare. And whenever there's something that I don't think is the movie and there's something else going on in my house, like a sound, it's always kind of the best litmus test for a good surround movie is when I'm like, Is that the movie or is that in my kitchen? Is there an alien in my kitchen? But let me see. Aliens. One of the Dune movies was pretty good. Blade Runner. But I mean, that's the usual suspect. Oh, there's a TV show that was really good. I stopped watching it. The TV show was so good. It was had Bryan Cranston in it. He was a judge, and yeah, he got in trouble. Spent some time in prison or something. Really, kind of like not happy type of show, which I generally don't like. But the one takeaway from that is, number one, the first season was awesome. Number two, I stopped watching the second season midway through. And number three, the sound design was so good that I thought a car was coming. That's exactly what it is. So there was a car, and it felt like it was driving through it sounded like it was driving through my neighbor's backyard. And I had to like go out and check. I know, not a great answer, but that's where this question led me. Not a great show. First season was okay. All right. Romska's coming in with a $4.99. Try and have a happy Monday. Going to lunch. Don't forget to do yourself a favor and binge listen. Thanks for everything, Cam fam. Thank you, Brian. That's very sweet of you. This cup is dripping all over me. Brian is a long-term patron. What are the perks from joining your channel? Apparently nothing. You get a little thing that goes next to your Craig McIntosh thing. So everybody knows that you're a channel member. The ultimate goal is to do live streams for patrons and members. And then I think I'm going to do merch discounts, like just ongoing merch discounts for patrons and channel members. You'll get access to product launches if I think the products are going to be going to sell out. So you'll get first swing at any type of new merch. You will also, I don't know, I've got to figure something out. Not much, Craig, for being honest. Not much. But if you want to save some money on merch, I guess you can support me. I'll figure something out. I got to do a better job of providing higher levels of value to my patrons and channel members. Michael Farragher, $4.99. Thank you. Super sticker. All right. I think we've gotten through all of the super chats, and I have 2 minutes left. The life and sad ending. Oof, that's sad to me. I like in your new videos. Thank you very much. I like in making them. They're difficult. A lot more involved. Saul Amorova. I've been reading that Weem streamer connected via the Ethernet rather than Wi-Fi actually put out better sound. True? I don't know. I've never tried it. My Ethernet cable, I would have to route it differently. So I've never tried it. Could be, but if you have the option, I'd try it both ways and then tell me which one you think is better. But yeah, I haven't tried it. It makes sense that it could be. My system isn't magical. I'm trying to decide on floor tankers or bookshelves. Have a great sub already under $2,500. Oof. Brian, it depends on your room. I would imagine. I like bookshelves in a sub. That's just me though. A lot of people love floor standers. It depends. $2,500 is a great budget though. I mean, you're be getting into stuff that I'm not even familiar with. And you can get into some really good floor standers. So Sonus Faber, I like Sonus Faber. I like the big emo Tivas. I like Q Acoustics, 5040s, 5050s. What else do I like? That's about it. Oh, Dolly Opticons. Real nice. Real nice. You can get those for under $2,500. I think if I had a $2,500 budget, I might get floor standers, but it's taken a long time to figure out which floor standers I would want. But those would be at the top of my list. Sonus Faber would probably be B tier, simply because I haven't spent a lot of time with them. The ones that I really liked are Dolly Opticon. I don't remember what the model number is. The Emotiva XT1 2s or 2s. The Q Acoustic 5040s. I like the 5040s better than the 5050s. Those would be my 3 to choose from. All are going to be under that 2,500. I don't know what you probably can't get Sonus Fabers for under 2,500 because the little bookshelves are 1,500 already. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for all of your super chats. I appreciate y'all so much. Channel members, I'm going to figure something out. It's on the list. I have someone keeping me accountable too to get this stuff done. You guys are awesome. Thank you. If you didn't see the Monster Cable vid, check it out. It's cool story about an unlikely American success story and how that story didn't the journey that company took to maintain success and relevance. Some people could argue there might not be that relevant anymore, but it's just interesting because I think the story, sorry, and then I'm going to be done. I think I love talking about stories though. I think the moral of that story is you can still be successful and still do what you want to do kind of by being flexible. And I think that's the Monster story. Very, very cool story. Anyway, I hope you have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for anything. Post Angst Gen Xer. Love that. $5. I have a modest system U-turn orbit with Ortofon Red Yamaha AS501 3050Cs. It's a great system. Yamaha's a little bit harsh, a little bit on top, but still a great thing. With the variable loudness control, you can get it sounded a little bit better. But great system. Love it. Love it. Have a great week. Bye. 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 End stream. Here we go.